Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin, as expected, did move down lower, made actually a lower low. As indicated today in the live stream and the previous videos, I did not expect that the Bitcoin correction was over, but honestly, we're getting closer and closer, and I have to be very honest with you, this could now be the last wave down. Yeah, could be the last wave down. We've made 5 waves, so that is fact. We can count 5 waves now. And that is pretty much what we wanted. Yeah, so we've been talking about here after this sort of WXY pattern, this triangle pattern in the wave Y, that there would be another wave down. We expected this to be the last wave down. Obviously, within that wave, you've got another 5 waves, which we counted. And we are now within these 5 waves in the last wave, which again has 5 subwaves. But here now we're getting to an end. I have to say that very clearly. We're getting to an end now, and we also reached target. Why target? Because I gave you a target of 18,500, and there we are. You know, and I had a few comments today of people who are probably a bit frustrated. They're like, TA doesn't work in these circumstances. I think honestly on this channel, I think we've proved pretty well that even here, especially that sort of micro counting that I do at the moment, it works pretty well. Yeah, of course it gets invalidated sometimes, but if you get it 70-80% right, I think that's damn good, you know, and I think we do. It's been going really well, and we've now reached the 18,500 level. That was one of the targets I gave you. Now, of course, I can't tell you if this is now it, yeah, because as long as we don't have bullish confirmation and have a 5-wave move to the upside, I can't give you confirmation. Theoretically, and I'll get to that in a minute, but theoretically, this could theoretically just be the first wave of more downward moves, but it's still promising. It is still promising, and fact is we reached the next target, and that is all that counts here at the moment, right? We've reached the 18,500. Why is that target? Again, we've looked at that. We calculated here the length of the wave 1 to the wave 2 peak. The length of the wave 1 to the wave 4 peak, and and target 18,530. So pretty much there or thereabout, yeah, depending on how accurate I did draw this now. But why is this target? It is target because the wave 5 is oftentimes the same length as a wave 1. Okay, so we reached it. Now, if there's no guarantee that the wave 5 now adheres to this price target and will bounce off from here. In fact, it seems like it's not. So we're looking for the next target, but what counts is we reached it. Yeah, and now when we reach a target, we always have to look at what is the price doing now. Does it seem like it's falling further? And they just said it seems to fall further. Next target would then be the 200% at 17,500, or even the 2.618, which is at 16.9k. I think these are 2 key targets. I put them on the chart. The other one here, 16.9, is anyway overlapping with a 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level of the overall Bitcoin move. There, yeah, from the whole move up, yeah, the retracement levels are here. It's here, the 16.9k level. And to be fair, if I look at that, and if I look at, we've got a confluence here. We've got the 2.618 Fibonacci extension of the wave 1, and we've got the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level of the overall Bitcoin retracement here, and they both overlap. That is the good confluence that we like analysts are looking for, right? But okay, so I gave you 2 more targets, and these would be the next ones we're looking out for. So what do we have to expect next? As long as we are not making higher highs and higher lows, we're going with the trend, because the trend is our friend. Wow, we're just dropping even further. Now the trend is only our friend if we expect it, and so far we've expected this move down further. Wow, it's just dropping further. It's just crazy. But the 78.6% Fib level would be my personal guess here, the 16.9k level, and then to bounce off from there, because this wave 5 here, I mean the wave 5, even just the wave 5 could extend. Okay, so we need to be prepared for that, and as soon as we see a bounce here, then we can look further. But at the moment it seems to be, you know, maybe we're getting into capitulation. And to be fair, I've been telling you that I do expect for many altcoins another lower low. And as long as we're not seeing that lower low for the altcoins, I'm quite happy to drop further, because I want for some altcoins, also here ADA, I want to see another lower low. And for Solana, you know, and as long as they are not fulfilled, I'm happy for Bitcoin to drop a bit further. And to be honest, anybody who's short now should be happy, and everybody who wants to invest into Bitcoin should be happy as well, because these will be amazing prices, and how far is Bitcoin really going to go? So I mentioned it in the live stream today, 16.9K is my personal guess at the moment. Yeah, this is what I can sort of see at the moment realistically. Now, the 10.6K level that I mentioned a while ago already, this is the 88.7% fib level. It is still part of the current scenario, but I would be lying if I told you I would have expected it. This is really lower than I would expect it, 10.6K. But the thing is, I'm not going to call the low here. In fact, I never call the low until we see confirmation. And therefore, I try to give you always my honest view here. And so far we're heading down. In November, what we could see back in November and December, it was like below 28.6K, all the way down to 20. That seemed like the most likely scenario back in December. And to be honest, we have come into that target area, spent a bit of time in there. And now we're just dropping a bit lower. But this is something that I pointed out many weeks ago that everybody could prepare for. And yeah, we are dropping even lower. And a lot of people expect a super crash now. I don't. Could be wrong. But this is all still part of the current scenario. And in fact, a lot of Elliott Wave analysts, and in fact most that I know, most Elliott Wave analysts see the current move down as a wave 4. Because most use a log chart. Now, I don't use a log chart for a specific reason. I posted it on Twitter a few days ago. In my opinion, the log chart, especially if you do it long-term view, it distorts wave relationships. And in fact, it then would look like a wave 4, what we're currently doing. In my opinion, we're coming down too much for a wave 4, especially on the arithmetic chart. I don't know on the log scale when the wave 4 would really be invalidated. But the fact is, on the arithmetic chart, we've come into the price region of the wave 1, which would have been here. And maybe on the log chart is different. I think invalidation point here on the log chart might be 13.8K. I can have a look at that for you in the next video if you want to. Let me know if you want me to chart out the log chart. Do an Elliott Wave count there. I don't like to use a log chart because, I've been telling you from my scenario back in November here that we are in a wave 2, in my opinion, which so far has worked out. So there's no reason for me to change the scenario if we're still adhering to it. And in fact, it would be preferable if we are in a wave 2, because a wave 2 comes down lower than a wave 4. And in a wave 2, we can all be happy because the next wave would be something that we've never seen before. It would be the wave 3, which would be normally the most bullish wave. So, we can all look forward to that. And because the next one would be a wave 3, I'm not believing in the long bear market. Okay, one more thing I wanted to point out. So we are going to go lower. I gave you the key support levels. Of course, talking about a reversal, it doesn't feel like reversal time at the moment for some reason. I don't know why. But as soon as we see a reversal here, which could then be the lowest point and the 5-wave move to the upside, I'll of course make you aware. But I checked for one of my Telegram members here in the previous on Telegram. What did actually Bitcoin in the last bear market retraced to? And yeah, we can draw here the Fibonacci retracement tool for the last bear market. And again, it came into the region between that 88.7% fib level and the 78.6. So between 2,365 and 4,334. That is the area where you would normally expect in most wave 2s, Bitcoin and altcoins and generally assets to retrace into in a wave 2. This was also a wave 1 and a wave 2. And it recovered from there, exactly from that range. So this is exactly in the middle it found support, and this is the area that I highlighted for altcoins as well in the current bear market to retrace. Now, to retrace to and to find a reversal ideally, but I did that back in December, in January when they reached their nearly all-time high, like Phantom. Now, in the end, most altcoins dropped below it, not all of them. But again, bear in mind, I told you 6 months and before that we would get there, which oftentimes didn't really see likely, to be fair. But here, what would that mean for Bitcoin? If that happened again, it would mean Bitcoin would go into the region between 10,652 and 16,907. Now, on the other hand, bear in mind that every cycle, volatility should reduce. So, in my opinion, that reduces the likelihood we actually drop below the 78.6% fib level. But in the end, that is all speculation at the moment. Ideally, in my opinion, we should turn around at the latest at the 16.9K level. That'd be awesome. but no guarantee. Yeah, I'm open to lower prices all the way down to the 88.7% FIB level, because it's all part of a wave 2 scenario. That is what a wave 2 can come down to. Now, I personally, however, wouldn't have expected Bitcoin to get to that level now, and we're far away from that still, because I would have expected it for the altcoins that are more volatile. Not for Bitcoin. That is why I charted Bitcoin's target area below 28.6K, but above 20K. But 6 months ago, 7 months ago. All right, so summary, lower prices still very likely, as long as we're falling anyway, but we've now made the last wave 5, yeah? And now I can't tell you how long that is extending, and I also can't tell you if this will mean this year might actually only be the first wave of another 5-wave move down, because this is unfortunately what we need to see. Only when we have the first 5-wave move up, we can be certain that the low is in. And as long as we don't see a bullish reaction anyway, we can't tell. And I won't tell you that this is the low until we see bullish confirmation, until we see bullish divergences, which in fact we are seeing on some indicators. I explained that a couple of days ago in the video. But yeah, interesting. I told you earlier today it will be an interesting weekend, and there we are. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.